All right. I think we are live, right? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So we're live on me and Mike's channel and Tanner's. Should be. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, Tanner, what are we doing today, buddy?
So today we're doing a beer review. What are we reviewing? Young Lion Brewing Company, IPA. So this was a beer that was gifted to me. This guy over here, him and Mike. A little bit of information on the side. Oh, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, Tanner, what city are they from?
I'm gonna do my best to pronounce this. Canandaigua, New York.
Oh, you got it, first try, buddy. Good job.
Now, if you guys want to check them out, you go to Young Lion Brewing.com. You want to read the side of the can, or you want me to do it?
I can handle it. So yeah, they're out of Canandaigua, New York. So that's kind of where we're from. And ABV 6.5 ABV 6.5, IBUs 57, SRM 5.5. Basically, it says the citrus forward IPA is loaded with our favorite flavor packed hops, Citra and El Dorado. But for an even greater kick, we've sprinkled in some tasty lupulin mosaic powder rather than sticking to the traditional pellet version. So yeah, YoungLionBrewing.com, brewed and packaged by Young Lion. The only difference is Tanner's can on date is going to be different than mine. What's your can on date?
8/31/22.
Okay, so I'm 9/14, so I'm about what?
A couple weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks later. And mine says "Go Bills" on it.
Okay, mine does not say anything.
Okay. But yeah, this was kind of just, we wanted to bring some local stuff from Beer Tuber Palooza 2022. There you go. And we, brought some local goodness, and this was one of them. And Tanner said, "Hey, do you want to do this together?" So yeah, check it out.
Nice. Yeah. So I don't think I actually said they're 24 Lakeshore Drive.
Yeah, right by the lake. So if you ever come to Canandaigua, right in front of the lake. So
brewed with pride in the Finger Lakes.
So yeah, let's. So they make an IPA. They do a double IPA.
So is it more like West Coast style? So it's an American.
It's classified as an American IPA.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, let's pour it up.
All right. Cool. I got my Long Live Beer Works 16-ounce can glass here. You got your Hot Butcher.
Yep. Got some big old Hot Butcher. I'm not gonna fill it all the way, so I can get my nose in there and stuff. I don't know if there's gonna be stuff at the bottom or not, so just forewarning.
Oh, okay. I heard some chunkies.
Yeah. All right. All right. So mine is, yours looks a little bit more clear than mine. I don't know. Maybe you gotta swirl up the can and. How does it look in person? Like,
I think the lighting.
Okay.
Yeah, mine looks pretty dark. Yours is really orange.
Yeah, this is definitely like a golden orange.
Mine's like straight golden.
Okay.
With like some floaties in there. See some definitely some big chunks of sediment, frothy kind of rocky head on top.
Right.
I didn't pour it super aggressively, but yeah, overall, it looks pretty good. Definitely more golden. Yours looks nice and orange, bright.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's not too bright, but it is like a bright kind of. It almost looks like the color of like the candied oranges.
Okay.
Yeah. So
the orange slices.
Yeah. With like the little sugars on top.
Yeah, I like them. I'll go for the nose.
You want to get a whiff?
Sure. All right. Some caramel malt, grapefruit, mango, nice little bit of hop resin. What are you getting over there?
So I was gonna say mango, but the mango I'm getting is not. It's not like a fresh mango. It's like it's like mango that you've cut up and it's set in your Tupperware dish for a day or two. It's still good, but you know.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
That malt character that you're getting, I get that a little bit. There's almost like an undertone of like a lemon iced tea kind of thing going on.
Oh, I kind of see what you're saying, but
like tea leaves, not like it'd be like tea leaves with a little citrus.
Usually tea's kind of a bad thing when it comes to IPAs.
Right. But it's just subtle. It's like more lending itself to the malt character. I'm still getting that hop kind of tropical note kind of popping out.
Yeah.
A little earthy, kind of.
Yeah, it's a little bit of like a herbaceous, or not. I'd say more grassy. It's not like super dank herbaceous. It's a little bit more on the grassy side, I would say. Slightly floral hop resin, you know. And then there's like
I almost got like a dirty soil. No, like
like a light gummy note. I don't know.
Like, do you plant? Like, do you do a garden at all? Like, do you plant like jalapeno plants or like tomatoes or anything like that?
I would like to, but
it's like that fresh kind of garden.
Yeah.
Kind of fresh kind of garden kind of bit going to it. A little papaya.
Actually, yeah, I actually just got that. Yep. It seems like it's one of those American IPAs that it kind of comes out like when you first crack the can open, you first pour it into your glass, it gives you like those standard, typical, more like West Coast vibes. But then it opens up, and like I said, I was getting like a little bit of gummy, and now you're saying papaya, so it's throwing a little bit more of that American-esque aroma where you're picking up a little bit more than just like your standard West Coast style.
Dude, I totally can get the gummy now. Like, I open up that bag of gummy bears or gummy worms and just kind of take a huff.
Which I like that. I like the gummy aroma.
Right. All right, you wanna?
Let's dive in. Cheers.
Yeah, let's dive in. See what it's about. Man, right. Look, just to hold it up there again. It's like a tale of two different cities. Look at that.
Nothing to do with the fact that I probably have this shitty webcam.
I just hope it doesn't look. I hope it looks more like mine in person for you.
No, it doesn't. To be honest.
Okay, that's.
Well, actually, I don't know. I hold it over here. Yeah, I guess so. Can you see that? No, you can't.
Yeah. You know what? I think you got some things in your can that need to be worked up. But hey, like Tanner said earlier, we could pretend we're at the bar when we take our first.
Yeah, let's just
at the bar. You face that way, I face this way.
All right.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Oh, you have to.
Oh. Like.
Clink. We'll say I can tell it's a 6.5. It's got like the crushable, sessionable. See, like when you drink doubles, 8-9% doubles.
Right.
You go back to the 6.5 Americans, West Coast IPAs, and the 6.5. It seems like they're. I wouldn't necessarily call them thin, or like light or lackluster. They have that like sessionable, crushable quality to them.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like the mouthfeel is a little. It's smooth. It's kind of airy, not like an overzealous amount of carbonation. The body is, I think it's suitable for the ABV. It's not super light. It's not super dense. It's not even halfway in between. I would say it's lower side of medium, higher side of light. And then Billy just pops up and casually says, "Hey, I'm drinking Pliny the Elder," so you know.
Cheers to you.
Awesome. Cheers, cheers, Billy. So from the notes we were getting, I'm really stuck on that gummy bear thing that you said.
Yeah, it's kind of prominent on the palate as well.
Like there is this candied aspect to it, And when I say candied, I don't want people to think, oh, it's like super sweet, like a triple IPA or something like that. But there's just like this slight candied, like dirty fruit kind of note to it. Like if somebody made a papaya gummy, I imagine that's sort of like, or like dragon fruit. I don't know when the last time you had a dragon fruit, but I get that a little bit.
I don't think I've ever even had dragon fruit. I know I've had a beer that was like adjunct dragon fruit.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like it's got like that slightly candied citrus grapefruit, slightly pithy bitterness to it. It's definitely more citrus forward. There's like a slight hint of there's like a slight hint of mango, but it's definitely subdued.
Right.
This is more like grassy, slightly dank, sessionable American IPA. It's not like super juice forward. You know what I mean? It's not like super juicy tropical or anything. I think it's more citrus. Like they were saying it's supposed to be citrus forward. They're saying it's more of a citrus forward IPA, and I totally get that. You know?
All right. I'm swirling up to some bits because I want every nook and cranny of the can in my glass.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing too. I'm going to try to get the...
So I'm really feeling like this is almost... it is a bit citrus forward, but for me, I'm getting... It's a bit muddled. You know what I mean? It's not like... On the spectrum of things, if we had like orange and everything over here on one spectrum, and then over here we had like the spectrum of like dank and herbaceous, I don't feel like it's halfway in between. I feel like it's just kind of muddled into one kind of thing.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think it's that gummy note though. Sometimes that gummy note kind of subdues a lot of the other flavors. Now, I don't even know what that's usually from, because I've had a lot of IPAs where they have that gummy note. Like a lot of Proclamation beers have that. But like you can get gummy with a super juicy tropical beer, and then you can get gummy with like a West Coast, you know what I mean, dank herbaceous one. So it's one of those flavor notes that it's kind of, you notice them.
Yeah, it could be like
distinct flavor that they come from. You know.
So there is I was picking up on it. Not quite all the way pineapple, but there's this pineapple and like red raspberry kind of thing going on with that gumminess.
A little bit of like, a berry, yeah.
Just very slight, but that could be like the lupulin, the mosaic lupulin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, this is the quintessential like local brewery. Decent IPA, something that's on the shelves local that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. And when you want an IPA and you're like, this is at a local gas station. So I can go there and get this at a local gas station for, I think it was like $11 for a 4-pack, something like that.
Not bad at all.
You know what I mean? Is it something that's going to blow your socks off? No, but I think it gets the job done. So
I think it's to the point where the mouthfeel and the carbonation is, it's not too prickly. It has a little bit of a spritzy aspect to it.
Mine's a bit soft.
Yeah, I can see that. There's just like a little bit of that spritzy carbonation, you know, compared to like a New England. It's definitely, you can tell it's more like, as far as the body of the beer, it's more along the lines of like West Coast style.
Right. I'm almost wondering if my 2 weeks is just enough to push mine to that slightly juicier aspect, where yours is a bit more malty aspect.
It could be.
You know what I mean?
It could be, yeah. Yeah, because this is 2 months. This could be one of those IPAs where it is. So let me ask you a question, right? When you have a West Coast IPA or when you have a New England IPA, which one do you think starts to bend faster? Which one do you start to see more of the beer kind of drift away from what the product's supposed to taste like?
New England, without a doubt.
New England? You really think so?
Yeah, for me.
Yeah. I guess it all depends on the beer sometimes.
Because here's the thing with the New England beers or New England style IPAs, you don't come to expect that kind of malty kind of aspect to it. Like, in fact, malt could be honestly looked down upon because you're looking for that really kind of juicy thing. And what I mean by that is that separation, like literal separation in the can, where it all just kind of settles down at the bottom. And if you don't shake it up, you sort of get like the ghost of IPA past. Like you ever pour out, like Hop Butcher's one. Hop Butcher, even when it's fresh, you pour it out, pour like half in, and it's good. You're getting flavors. But then at the end, you swirl all that stuff up on the bottom, all that hot powder and stuff.
You get that
and you put it in, and it just kind of boost it up. So,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
And when I think like West Coast, I'm thinking like, like a Sierra Nevada, right?
Mm.
You know what I mean? I feel like I'd rather drink a 4-month-old Sierra Nevada than a 4-month-old New England IPA.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just feel like sometimes so I do feel like the West Coast used a little bit more malts. So when a like West Coast tends to get older, you start to notice the malt faster.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not saying that this is like super malt bomb, because I've had some like that zombie gut.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
starting to think this is an old West Coast IPA. You can just tell when that maltiness really starts to dominate over the beer.
Now, I forget, did you take the sip of the Straight Outta Quarantine from Beer Tuber Palooza?
I don't think I tried that one, actually. No, I think I was the whole time.
Because that was clearly it was past its prime, yeah. But, the more I sip on this, I'm actually getting I'm getting that kind of citrus pop to it.
Yeah.
Almost like
it's more lemony. It's more lemony than orange.
Yeah.
It's more lemon grapefruit.
Almost like you ever had the Arizona Orangeade?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Arizona tea, you get all the different flavors.
Yeah.
They make an orange one. It's sort of like that.
Okay.
I'm getting that with like a little like a cutie, orange cutie, like tangerine kind of thing going on. So yeah. I don't know. Well, Tanner, what are you thinking over there?
I like it. I think it's pretty good. I think it's more along the lines of, especially when you told me the price, I can kind of understand where they're heading with this beer. I think it's more of a American IPA that's more along the lines of a West Coast style, kind of bouncing into that New England IPA realm, but still kind of hanging back and be like, this is more West Coast style. It's super crushable and drinkable, 6.5%. Like I said, it kind of has that lighter body to it, but it seems more sessionable.
Right.
It's still a decent amount of flavor, but if you told me a 4-pack of this was $11, I wouldn't mind, drinking a 4-pack of these in one night. I think they could be easily talked down. It's not overly bitter. It's not, it's not overly astringent. There's like a little bit of astringency. It's a little drying, but it's not drying to the point where it's like you drink one, you're like, okay, I need to move on to something else. I could have a can of this and move on to another can. I think that I would perfectly fine with that,
now that you said that, it is kind of drying though on the end.
Yeah. But it's not like overly bitter, like on your tongue. You get some of those West Coast IPAs bitterness. Like,
oh yeah, do we even talk about that? Like,
yeah,
the bitterness is like, it's not there, really. I mean, it's slight, but
a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not. It's somewhat reminiscent of like a hop resin bitterness, but it's more just like I said, it's just sessionable. It's super crushable.
I really think what I would like to do is get a can of their double IPA. Yeah. And maybe send that out to you. But we'll make sure it's like super hyper fresh.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And we can see how it is like amplified up a little bit. So I I enjoy that when I find a new brewery or a new beer. If they have like the regular version, then the double version, just kind of see the differences.
Hey, as far as you said, this is a beer you can find at the gas station. They put a friggin' date on it.
Yeah. So, in fact, when I had to go pick up the beer to review this with you, because I drank the rest of what I had, I literally went up the street to my local gas station, and it was sitting right next to Sam Adams Boston Lager, and sandwiched in between that and I think maybe like Sierra Nevada or something like that. But
one thing I want to say is they're saying IBU is 57.
I don't think. Yeah, it's. You know what I call them? International bullshit units.
2 weeks in. What? 2 weeks in, a week after they canned it, was it 57 IBUs?
Right.
Because I'm not, like you said, it's not 100% no bitterness, but it's not that lingering hot resin.
It's almost like a third, like 25, 30 IBU kind of thing.
Yeah, not that bad at all.
All right. Let's rate it and get the heck out of here.
All right. You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I'll give it a 3.75
Nice.
out of 5.
I'll give it like an 87. I think that's fair. There's nothing offensive about the beer. It's just not overly complex. I've had some better American IPAs. Like you said, with the price you told me, I think it's totally worth the money all day. $11 for a 4-pack. I've had some other American IPAs that weren't worth $11 a 4-pack. I mean, in the price range that they're fitting it into, I think it's like I said, I could see myself crushing a few of these one night.
Yeah, man, it's not a bad IPA. It's a solid IPA.
Yeah.
It's local. It's cheap. It's that 4-pack you bring over to a buddy's house if he invites you over to watch the ball game or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what I feel about this beer.
Yeah, it's not this super intense IPA where you gotta, like, dude, we gotta shut the game off. We gotta talk about this beer.
Right. Billy wants us to know that Pliny the Elder is a 4.95.
I could see that.
Billy, I'm gonna break the news to you, bud. We have no Pliny the Elder here.
I have an empty bottle. That's that means anyway.
No, Billy had sent off a package to Joe over at the Beer Patrol. Joe shared the bottle of Pliny with us because we'd never had Pliny, and like literally, this bottle was like 2 weeks old. It was so good. It was super fresh.
I think when I got this from Beer Man, it was about a little bit less than a month old. So
yeah. So all right, yeah, I think that's it. We just wanted to pop off this quick live review and
for sure.
Just kind of hang out. It was a pleasure. I'm glad we could do it. I just wish Mike was here, but
appreciate the beer, man.
Life happened, so Mike could not be here. Tanner, what do you got going on in your channel, bud?
Look out for reviews. I just dropped a couple reviews. Some beers that were just were gifted to me at Beer Tuber Palooza by Joe from the Beer Patrol. So go check out Joe. I know he's on these guys' channel all the time. So I'm sure if you're watching this channel or you're watching my channel, you probably know about Joe. But yeah, just go look us out. And life happens.
Yeah, life happens. Can you hear that? Life happens.
But yeah, I might do a show tomorrow. It might be just like a hangout, laid back live stream, 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Really don't have to bring any kind of product. Usually I just like to do live streams where everybody just kind of gets together after the gauntlet, we call it, after I Like Your Style with Beer Man at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and Wildcard Wednesday with Eric, 7:30 p.m. So after those two shows, I'll be doing my Wednesday show. And yeah, thanks for having me, Dan. Thanks for the beer too, bro.
Yeah. I'm glad I could provide you a decent, solid beer.
Sure.
Yeah, down in the description below for our channel, I will have all the links. And once we're done, I can fix the title, get all the links. Yeah,
all the
links.
nooks and crannies.
Yeah. So FLX Beer Reviews on Twitter, FLX Beer Reviews on Instagram, FLX Beer Reviews on YouTube. My Untapped, Mike's Untapped. Tanner's Beer Advocate. Sure. Hey. So yeah, this has been fun. So if you guys want to see more live reviews, especially with Tanner, aka the beer picker upper guy that never lets a beer go to waste, then Secret Squirrel. That's
Secret Squirrel.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.